Oh, what's up, everybody? This is JoeSavy bringing you a StarCraft 2 replay analysis video. Now, I haven't been playing a whole bunch of StarCraft lately, but I still love the game and I love playing it, so why not do a video of me doing something to StarCraft? Alright, well, after all, this is a StarCraft channel. I apologize for the long delay, the long wait, and the extended break on my part. It's just my life has been extremely busy and I've been having to deal with a lot of things. I mean, Halloween's coming up, Thanksgiving's coming up. I have two kids, in case anybody doesn't know, and they're just a handful. Couple that with a full-time job, a wife, house duties. I mean, there's just a ton of things. And I'll apologize in advance for my play being extremely rusty, but here's just something that could help if you're having trouble beating Protoss. Because, I mean, to be honest, I kind of suck right now, and I'm still able to beat Protoss players. Now, this is a diamond level Protoss player. His name is Dark Nims. Not to knock his play by any means or any stretch of the imagination, but in this game, I do a couple good things. So I've been opening up with this 15 command center first, scouting at 14 generally, but where did my scout go? I think I opted not to scout. So here's how much I remember this game. It was actually from a little while ago. Okay, so late scout going down, 17 supply going out, poking out around the map, obviously going the wrong direction. So he's not going to find Mr. Protoss for a long time, but that doesn't matter because my barracks will be finishing very closely. Okay, barracks, first marine out, command center almost done. Don't need a depot because my command center will act as the next supply. Following that up with one and I believe two barracks. No, two refineries and then another barracks. So, constant marine production at this point. I'm also going around the map trying to scout. I just have my worker queued to the various locations. Let's go into my vision just to show you what I see. Alright, so once the second barracks completes, I'll start my third. There you go, third. Once that command center completed, I automatically warp that into an orbital command. I got the bunker down right around 4.5 minutes to prevent any kind of zealot harass. What I had planned on doing was going for some kind of engineering bay block, but that didn't happen. So as the third barracks is completing, my factory's on the way. Double saturated on my geysers, engineering bay on the way as well. Okay, so go up and scout. My SCV immediately gets killed, but I do see an expansion, so that means I'm relatively safe against any kind of early aggression. Okay, so let's slow it down to faster. Starport on the way, non-stop marine production. I have them rallied in this area. Now that's to prevent mothership harassment, and once you have 6 marines, you could actually deal with an oracle really well also. So the reason I didn't spend a bunch of time focusing on the build order this game is because I'd rather look at these little subtle things. The things that make people feel like, oh, Protoss is OP because, one oracle shows up and you have to pull all your workers, or you lose all your workers. That's kind of one of those bad situations. Little supply cap on my part, but that's not the biggest issue. I mean, the biggest issue is to be able to apply enough pressure and kind of have the wherewithal to know that I'm not going to die. Now, my overall thought is that, yeah, if he's going for an all-in, okay, I'm going to take it. I'm going to probably die. But I can't, I won't die to like, some kind of oracle harass or anything like that, and DTs probably won't kill me. They could theoretically sneak in around here, but I just took the chance this game. So that's something you have to do sometimes. Dealing with any type of warp prisms won't be an issue because I have so many marines in my main. Following the 3 barracks up with an additional 2. First medevac's about to pop. Had some supply cap issues, and that is part of the reason why I don't have more. There you go, warp prisms in. Yep, there it is. There it is. Once I see that, I pretty much know, okay, he's got a factory. We know that. In fact, we can go look at his base. I knew he had a factory and gateways. That's all I knew. I didn't know what tech he was going, but obviously, as we can see, it's Templar, High Templar. But with this this harassment, I pretty much was forced to stay in my base a little bit longer than I wanted to, just to defend those early, zealot bombs and that kind of thing. One of the overwhelming problems that I've had this game, and have as of late because of my lack of practice, is the number of supply caps. I've been just supply capping myself like crazy. I built 2 additional bunkers at my natural because one logical follow-up to this kind of play is just all-inning. The other one is to take a third. And in this case, he's going to take his third. So just to spoil that one, I don't know that. Oop, back in my vision. Keeps doing this harassment to try to keep me in my base because he knows he's behind. I end up sending 2 medevacs out this way, and I'll be sending 2 additional ones right here to drop the natural. These 3 are meant to go and scout this area and drop in the main if there is no expansion, to try to contain them for as long as possible. So once these 2 medevacs pop or finish, I'll be loading them up and sending them across. For some reason, I haven't started combat shield. Now I go ahead and drop at the third and try to take that out. And then this medevac as well as, let's see, the next one when it pops. There we go. Gonna send 2 medevacs. So rather than losing all my army, I just kind of huddle into a corner and pick off as much as humanly possible. And because sentries suck versus bio, you want to try to pick those off as much as possible. And I don't get any more really, so just do a little bit of microing and stuff like that. But you know, that's not the most important part. The part that was important was that I was able to pick off pretty much all of his sentries and then load up and run away. And that I denied the third. I mean, that was huge. That was huge. So I go ahead and drop his main with those medevacs, and then when I finally have enough, enough attention to be able to, or when I finally am able to pay attention to these medevacs over here, I'll load them up like right there, and drop them at the natural. Now I am starting to float some minerals, so I have a couple options. I can either expand or go for some kind of all-in, but not yet. I'm just applying as much pressure as I possibly can. This Marine was pretty valuable as far as scouting information, because I never had to scout inside his main, but this Marine shows whenever he pushed out, and as we can see, the Protoss never spent the time to kill him or didn't see him or something like that. So just amassing a giant ball, salvage all my bunkers, and pull a ton of SCVs because we are going for the all-in. I think he just thinks that I pulled my SCVs off to deal with the zealots, but obviously we know what I'm doing. Alright, so take these 2 medevacs back. I will eventually grab that one, I believe. I might even F2 to get everything, but not yet. Yeah, there we go. F2, everything's coming back, and then we'll just follow this up with an all-in. Taking pretty much all the SCVs at the natural, leaving the ones in the main to continue to mine. One thing you could do is pull all these SCVs down and start mining at the natural. It's definitely something you could do. Picking up the 2x as we go across the field. And because of all that harassment and his build style, this is going to work out quite well. I didn't deny his tech per se, but I did deny his income. So we know his army's going to be small. And again, another supply cap. I've done that all game. So I poke up with all my army, which may not have been the smartest idea. You know, a few storms could have totally roasted me. But I've been whittling away at his army for a long time. I opt to go ahead and take down the Nexus, and then I'm going to poke up on the ramp, but not with my entire army. My Templars could really, wreck my day, but my supply count is so much higher at this point. So I see the first storm. Now I know that they're there. My Marines, I pulled up way too much army, and they're going to end up getting stormed right here. End up taking a medevac down just to see if he does have his third up again. So that's one badass storm that killed a lot of my army, but I'm just going to continue to keep up the pressure because I pretty much won at this point. As long as I don't make a huge mistake, and this kind of was one. I have a lot of army piled up in one stack. But anyway, that's the game, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to upload as much as possible, and I'll release a couple more videos talking about my plans and future plans for the channel.